You don't become a general because you're strong. You don't become a general because you're smart. You become a general because you didn't quit when quitting would have been easy. Let me ask you something. If someone screamed in your face at 4:45 a.m. every single day, if every mistake you made punished everyone around you, if your life depended on decisions you didn't feel ready to make, would you still stay? Because that's exactly where this journey begins. Not with power, not with respect, but with nothing. Level 1, the recruit's civilian right arrow private E1. Organization, United States Army. Time 10 to 14 weeks basic training. You're 18. Not a hero. Not a leader. Just a kid with a decision. Maybe your town is small. Maybe your options are smaller. Maybe you just want to prove something. So you walk into that office. And for the first time, someone looks at you like you could be more. You sign the paper. Your mom tries to hide it, but she's scared. Your father says nothing, just a nod. And just like that, your old life ends on a random Tuesday afternoon. 3 weeks later, you step off a bus. Hot air hits your face. Before you even understand where you are. Get off MY bus. You move. Fast. There's no introduction. No welcome. Just noise, pressure, confusion. You are not special here. You are not important. You are replaceable. 60 people. Same uniforms. Same haircuts. Same fear. And the man screaming at you. He doesn't care about your name. Your job is simple. Wake up on time. Follow orders instantly. Don't be the reason others suffer. Sounds easy, right? It's not. Because here's the rule no one tells you. Your mistakes are never just yours. Mess up your bed. Everyone does push-ups. Fall behind on a run. Everyone pays. What you learn here. Discipline isn't optional. Pain is temporary, quitting is permanent. Team self. But here's the real lesson. You don't control everything, but you control your response. Week 1. People quit. Quietly, quickly. One guy packs his bag at night. Another cries in the bathroom. And you. You understand them. You really do. Question for you. What would you do here? Stay or leave? Be honest. Because what you don't know yet is. This is the easiest phase of your entire journey. Yeah. It only gets harder from here. Week 3. You finally hold a rifle properly. You aim. You breathe. You fire. 36 out of 40. That's expert level. No one congratulates you. But that night, sometimes silence is your reward. Graduation day. You're marching. Your legs hurt. Your body is exhausted. But you're back. Straight. You see your mom in the crowd. She's smiling, but her eyes say everything. And in that moment, you realize something. You're not the same person who stepped on that bus. Level 2 Private First Class PFC. Time 1 to 2 years. You're 19 now. Still young. But not clueless anymore. Advanced training. Harder, faster, more specific. You don't just run now. You run with weight. 12 miles. 16 miles. 20 miles. Boots tearing your skin. Shoulders burning. At some point, you stop counting miles. You start counting steps. Big problems are solved one small step at a time. This is where you meet someone important. Let's call him Webb. He laughs at everything. But when it comes to shooting, he's deadly accurate. And one night he tells you something you never forget. The army will teach you how to fight. But it won't teach you when to think. You write that down. You don't know it yet. But that sentence will follow you for the next 30 years. And trust me, that line, it's going to come back in a way you don't expect. Responsibility at this level. Follow orders without hesitation. Support your team. Start thinking, not just reacting. You deploy. Not always combat. Sometimes it's just watching. Waiting. Seeing things you don't fully understand. Families moving with everything they own in bags. Kids who don't smile. Men who don't speak. One day, an old man offers you food. Your orders say no contact. You hesitate. Then you follow orders. He leaves the food and walks away. Doing the right thing doesn't always feel right. Would you have taken the bread or followed orders? There's no easy answer. You don't leave. No one forces you. You choose to stay. Why? Even if you don't fully understand yet. Level 3, Sergeant E5. Time 3 to 6 years total service. Now things change. You're not just following anymore. People are following you. You're 24. And the world changes overnight. War is no longer something you hear about. It's something you're inside. Responsibility. Lead a small team, 8-10 soldiers. Make real-time decisions. Keep people alive. You enter a building. Dark, quiet. Then suddenly. Movement. A weapon. A second. That's all you get. You make a decision. Silence. Leadership means making decisions without perfect information. Reports say. Threat neutralized. Clean, simple. But your mind. Not clean. Not simple. You stare at the ceiling that night. Not sleeping. Just thinking. Because here what nobody tells you. Promotions don't remove pressure. They multiply it. And the next level. It's going to test you in a completely different way. You get a letter. It's from Webb. He was made staff sergeant. He asks, "How are you doing?" You reply, "I'm good." But what you mean is, "I survived." Sometimes strength is just staying in the fight. Your commander pulls you aside. She says, "You should become an officer." You pause. Think about it. 4 days. No sleep. Just one question in your head. Am I ready to lead at a higher level? If you were in that position, would you take the step up? Or stay where it's safer? By the way, if you're still watching, drop a comment. Stay or quit. I want to see who's actually built for this journey. And if you like these deep, real stories, hit subscribe. Because it only gets more intense from here. You started with nothing. Now, you have experience. You have scars. You have responsibility. But the real journey, it hasn't even begun yet. Because next, you're about to step into a role where one bad decision doesn't just affect a team, it affects lives at scale. So you said stay. Good. Because this is where most people realize something uncomfortable. Following orders is hard. But giving them, that's a different kind of pressure. Let me ask you, what happens when people trust you with their lives and you're not 100% sure what to do? Because that's exactly where you're headed now. Level 4, the Lieutenant, Second Lieutenant 01, Right Arrow, First Lieutenant 02. Time 2 to 4 years. You're 26. You've been tested. You've survived. Now you're promoted. A gold bar sits on your shoulder. It looks small, but it weighs more than anything you've carried before. Officer Candidate School. 12 weeks. No one is trying to break you anymore. They already know you won't break. Now they're testing something worse. What do you think when everything is unclear? You're given missions with incomplete information, limited time, no perfect answers. And every time, people are watching you. Here's the truth no one says out loud. Some of your soldiers know more than you. They've been in longer, see more, done more. And now, you're their leader. Rank gives authority. But respect, you earn that daily. Lead 30-40 soldiers platoon. Plan missions. Make decisions under pressure. Bring everyone home. Simple words. Heavy meaning. One morning. Convoy moving. Routine. Then. Explosion. Everything shakes. Smoke, noise, confusion. One of your soldiers is hit. He's alive. Barely. And suddenly, everyone looks at you. What would you do at that moment? Freeze. Panic. Or act. You act. You call for evacuation. You secure the area. You stay calm. Even if inside, you're not. Leadership is staying calm when you don't feel calm. Weeks later, that same soldier survives. He goes home. Start a family. Names his child after someone you once mentioned. And you realize something. Your decisions don't just affect missions. They affect entire lives. And this is just the beginning. Because at the next level, you won't just lead a platoon. You'll carry the weight of hundreds. Your evaluation says, ready for more responsibility. Sounds good. Feels heavy. Level 5 Captain 03. Time 4 to 10 years total service. You're 30. You now command a company. That's around 150 soldiers. Lead entire unit operations. Manage training, discipline, readiness. Take care of soldiers and their families. Because here's the truth. The army isn't just war. It's people. You're not just fighting anymore. You're thinking, planning, studying. You read history. You study terrain. You analyze patterns. If you don't understand the past, you'll repeat it. You meet a local elder. He doesn't ask for protection. He doesn't ask for weapons. He says, we want schools. That's it. Simple. And you realize something uncomfortable. Not every problem has a military solution. What do you do on your mission doesn't solve the real problem. Remember what Webb said. The army will teach you how to fight, but not when to think. Now it makes sense. You go to advanced military education. You study strategy, leadership, decision-making. And the biggest thing you learn. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Confidence is good, but awareness is better. Because soon, you're about to leave the battlefield and enter a place where decisions are slower, but the consequences are massive. Level 6 Major 04. Time 10 to 15 years total service. You're 35. No longer on the front lines. Now, you're behind the scenes. Offices, meetings, briefings, endless planning. At first, it feels frustrating. You were trained to act. Now you sit, think, analyze. You miss the field. You miss clarity. Here, everything is complex. Big decisions take time because they affect everything. Plan operations. Analyze threats. Coordinate across departments. Influence decisions at higher level. One day it hits you. A bad decision here can cost lives out there. And suddenly, you stop rushing. You start thinking deeper. Speed matters, but accuracy matters more. And now, you're getting closer to the top. But here's the twist. The higher you go, the less visible your impact becomes. A senior officer tells you, most people here are smart. Very few are clear. That stays with you. Clarity is power. Would you rather be the smartest person in the room? Or the clearest? If this is different, drop a like right now. And comment level UP. Because trust me, the next levels, they separate the good from the elite. You started as a scared 18-year-old. Now, you think before others react. You lead without being seen. You carry responsibility quietly. But what's coming next? This is where leadership becomes legacy. Because soon, you won't just manage people. You'll shape the future of thousands. At this point, you're not normal anymore. You don't think like you used to. You don't react like others do. You've learned to stay calm in chaos, to decide when others freeze. But now comes the real question. Can you lead when everything depends on you? Because from here on, mistakes don't just hurt. They echo. Time 15 to 20 years total service. You're 38. You've earned respect. Not because of your rank, but because of your record. You now command a battalion. Around 600-800 soldiers. Not a team. Not a company. A full force. Lead large-scale operations. Manage multiple units at once. Develop future leaders. Ensure mission success at scale. At this level, you don't know everyone personally anymore. You can't. In that's harder than you expected. Leadership at scale means trusting others to lead. You're deployed. Different missions now. Not constant combat, but constant readiness. You're watching borders, monitoring threats, preparing for something that might happen, or might not. How do you stay sharp when nothing is happening? Because that's the challenge. Discipline is doing the job even when there's no action. One evening, you stand on a ridge. Quiet. Still. A senior enlisted leader beside you asks, "Do you think it'll happen?" You pause. Then answer, "It doesn't matter, we act like it will." He nods. That nod. It means more than any medal. Because soon, you won't just prepare for war. You'll prepare the entire system for it. Getting here wasn't luck. It was consistent. Years of it. At higher levels, reliability beats brilliance. Level 8 Colonel 06. Time 20 to 25 plus years total service. You're 43. Now, you command a brigade. Around 30005,000 soldiers. Oversee massive operations. Allocate resources. Make decisions affecting thousands. Coordinate with international forces. This is no longer just the military. This is a global strategy. You're working with allied nations, joint forces, different cultures, different languages, different systems, different expectations. Leadership isn't control. It's alignment. During an exercise, a miscommunication happens. Simulated friendly fire. Is it your fault? Partly. Others, also. The room goes silent. All eyes on you. Do you defend yourself? Or take responsibility? You take it. Publicly. Clearly. No excuses. Real leaders take blame and share credit. An allied commander shakes your hand. Says, "I trust you." That trust. It's more valuable than rank. You remember Webb again. Thinking before reacting. Still guiding you. After all these years. You study global conflict patterns, logistic systems, long-term warfare strategy. You even write research. People at the top read it. At the top, thinking matters more than doing. Because now, you're entering a level where very few make it. Level 9 Brigadier General 07. Time 25 to 30 years total service. You're 49. You earn your first star. Ceremony. Family present. Your past flashes in seconds. That bus ride. The screaming. The fear. The growth. And then, a star is pinned on your shoulder. Oversee massive operations across regions. Shape military strategy. Influence national-level decisions. You're no longer in direct control. You're shaping the environment. At the highest levels, you plant seeds you may never see grow. You remember. The old man with bread. The soldier who survived. The notebook. Webb. Everything connects. And then, you see him. Webb. Not a corporal anymore. Not even a sergeant. A general. Same calm. Same mindset. He tells you. You know how to lead. Now learn patience. Patience is the final test of leadership. Could you wait years to see the result of your decisions? If you've made it this far, you're different. Most people quit halfway. So comment, "General, let's see who actually finished this journey." And subscribe. Because the final level. It changes everything. Level 10 Major General 08. Time 30 to 35 plus years total service. You're 53. 2 stars. Command massive forces, hundreds of thousands. Control readiness, training, deployment. Make decisions shaping the future of the army. You sit in rooms where decisions affect people you'll never meet. Every choice, equipment, strategy, readiness, impacts soldiers years from now. Leadership is responsibility stretched across time. You wake up early. Not because you have to. Because you always have. You remember being 18. Scared, lost, unsure. Now, you understand. What does it really take to become a general? Not talent. Not luck. It's showing up when it's hard. Choosing responsibility over comfort. Thinking when others react. Staying when others quit. Rank isn't power, it's my responsibility with a title attached. You never stopped riding that bus. You just learned how to lead it.